So the formalities are over. It's time for the ferocity to begin. In the red corner stand Myanmar. Just below India by virtue of not having scored. U13. And speaking of experience, with me in the commentary box, let me welcome Robin Singh.
You have the goal, you have the free.
Thanks, Satish. It's been a while since we've been together in the comms box, and what a game to be together. India's final game and a do-or-die game as such. There is no thought of permutations and combinations. The only thought in fans and Sunil Chhetri alike will be the fact that we need to go out there for a win. We need to be together for a win. And the squad that has been assembled in the first 11 today will be going out there to get that win.
Plenty of changes made by Michael Fichtenbeiner in order to get the result. The biggest one being that he's given the responsibility to a 19-year-old to lead the line in U13 instead of their experienced campaigner in the forward line, who finds himself on the bench in the form of Cho Yan. Big call by the German in such a big match.
One of the reasons why Michael Fichtenbeiner must have made that choice is today Myanmar will have to be in compact shape, and to be in that compact shape you need legs. Because if you compare both teams, I think the dominating side will be this Indian lineup with Amarjeet down the middle, with Samuel Lingdo, who had a brilliant free kick in the previous game, and two speedy wingers with Bryce Miranda and Rahul KP leading the line. Just in case we need reinforcement, you've got Gurkirat who can come on from the bench. Aniket Yadav now as well. Ayushdev Chhetri can put in a shift. But that is for later. Igor Stimac as of now would want this first 11 to get the job done.
A crucial 90 minutes that dictate the fate of the Blue Tigers. A crucial 90 minutes where the aim is quite clear. Do not lose. Do not throw in the towel. Fight till the last second, till the dying embers. Showcase the spark required to propel yourself up into the round of 16 for the first time in 13 years. It's not as easy as it sounds, but it won't be as difficult as one would perceive it to be as well.
Just with the number of games underneath their belt, India will be the more dominating side in this game. But numbers mean nothing. What stands in your way is going to be a very compact and a full of energy Myanmar side. But how will the Indian team break this will be the question. We've seen them create attacks, but there are still questions in the final third. The ball supply to Sunil hasn't been the best, but today it has to be the best. They need those points.
As Narendra sends it forward, looking to use the pace of Rahim Ali. And probably that's why Igor Stimac has rung in the change, hasn't he, Robin? He's brought in Samuel Kinshi from minute 1 as opposed to from the bench, because Ayushdev Chhetri and Amarjeet, when they were combining, both seem to be destroyers as opposed to have a creative outlet.
Yes, I completely agree with you, Atish. I think if you compare Amarjeet and Samuel will be the one that will want to take that ball forward. But speaking of creativity, Rahul KP with his pace and his confidence can get India that breakthrough in this game as well. We've seen him score a wonderful goal, giving the goalkeeper the eyes to saying, I'm going to give it to Sunil. But at the last moment saying, no, I'm going to put this in the back of the net myself.
He's garnered the penchant of scoring against teams in red, because it was China in all red that Rahul scored against from a near zero angle. What a turn of pace he showcased there, and Michael Fichtenbeiner would surely be mindful of what Rahul can bring to the table. First throw, Chethain So trying to throw it long towards U13, the 19-year-old. Interestingly enough, there's only one senior member in the 11 today for Myanmar, out of the stipulated 3 that are there in their squad, and that's in the form of Nemo Naing. Meanwhile, India have to defend. Abdul Rabi intercepts at a crucial time, but it falls to Naing, the aforementioned over 23 player. Zhang with Tian loses the ball and the referee blows the whistle.
But this is what I mean. As soon as Myanmar will lose the ball, they will come in, put those tackles in and want to disrupt the Indian team's pattern of play. They will want the game to be a stop and start affair so that India don't find their foot in this game.
As of right now, it was Tien that had put in a foot to regain possession, but Amarjeet has shown in these few matches that he's ready for that physicality. There was a certain amount of criticism against Amarjeet Singh Kiam that as he's gotten older and as the rest of his under-17 compatriots have gotten older, his physicality has reduced compared to the rest. But in this showing in the Asian Games, he's shown how robust he can be.
Amarjeet always had that sense of physicality about him, but that injury to his arm probably puts a bit of a question on your head that what if it happens again? It wasn't a small injury. But the good part about here is that he's overcome that. That hats off to the staff for the Indian national team. They have a mental conditioning coach on the team. And I speak through experience. A mental conditioning coach makes you better. And we can see a better Amarjeet. We know he has the talent. We know he has the legs. We know he has the physicality. But sometimes getting over the hurdle mentally is always a question mark or a full stop, stopping you to climb over that hurdle.
Not only that, he certainly has the leadership qualities as well. Of course, historically, etched his name in the Indian football record books as the first ever captain to lead a side in a World Cup. In the Under-17 World Cup, was selected captain by a show of hands. Meanwhile, it is Amarjeet with the tackle, just as Waka Naing was trying to find Nemo Naing. Bryce Miranda won the penalty in the 85th minute against Bangladesh, loses the ball this time.
Tet Piang doing his best to stop Bryce Miranda, who had a wonderful game against Bangladesh. We spoke of, yes, he's got the running ability, but he needs to have an outcome of it. And his running ability and his skill to get it over the Bangladesh captain, leading to a penalty of which Sunil got us into the lead and got us our first 3 points of the Asian Games.
And then also asked you to speak in Hindi, which you couldn't.
अगर हिंदी में हमसे वार्तालाप करना चाहते हैं तो कर सकते हैं हम आपके लिए इस चैनल पे इंग्लिश टू हिंदी और पंजाबी भी दे देने हो तो मुझे चाहिए दिया था.
Robin Singh just letting everyone know how many languages he can speak, but this is purely English here. Although you can communicate with Sandesh in Punjabi if you want to later on. Or Narendra for that matter.
I think one thing that football has helped and taught me is the diversity in learning languages from Hindi to English to Punjabi and Bengali. It's helped me learn all of those, and it's also helped us communicate with each other. Sometimes a familiar voice is all you need.
It's been a bright start so far. Lively, most of it in Myanmar's half. It's just that cutting edge that one's looking for in these crucial moments. Maybe Sunil Chhetri can provide that. A crunching challenge by Zaire Lin offers possession and a chance to counter for Myanmar. Look at the pace of Zin Hain. Try to go toe-to-toe with him, and Rahul KP earns a yellow card.
Rahul KP trying to prove his innocence to the referee, who's having none of it. Yes, he got some of the ball, or none of it according to the referee, and that's the complaint coming from Rahul KP, asking why. And the way he plays, he'll have to be a little careful now. He's one of those players that loves to go in for a challenge, be it the last-ditch sliding tackle if it needed be.
But clear indications that Myanmar can be deadly on the counter. The pace that Zin Hain showcased there. I'd like to see a race between him and Rahul KP to see who emerges victorious.
At this moment, it is Zain Hain who's winning with KP, but I'm sure KP won't let it go that easy. He'll want to make sure he wins the next battle or the race. He's got 90 minutes to help his team get the goal again. Hopefully he can provide an assist, if not a goal.
A free kick to defend for the Blue Tigers as Tech Fayo Y is the only player on the ball. Today's referee is Qasim Matar Ali Al Hatmi from Qatar, from Oman rather. Free kick comes in, guided by Sunil Chhetri, luckily towards the corner. A close shave.
A powerful and dangerous free kick whipped in. Sunil gets ahead of his man and gets a header. But a bit of luck from the cross sidebar as well, or the goal post as well, to just go out for a corner this time. But we've mentioned this Myanmar side led by Fektin Baina will have their chances, be it on counter-attack and set pieces. And as of now, the delivery from Tet Pheo looks dangerous.
That was spacey, and it was in an area that could trouble defences. Again, Tet Pheo Wai. This time goes deeper. Bryce Miranda with the first touch, closed down by Abdul Rabi, and then a foul given.
Shout for a handball, and referee agrees to it. But again, Rabi, for me, should have just put his hand, or should have tried to just clear it through. Nonetheless, now Sandesh Jingan builds the attack with the help of Narendra.
Robin, you were obviously part of the last Asian Games squad that played in 2014. A very different situation this time around. But in terms of an experience, as Rahim Ali gives away a foul, in terms of an experience for these younger ones in the squad, how much does it augur well for the future?
I think being at the Asian Games, yes, you got the likes of Sunil Chhetri, Sandesh Jingan and the other leaders to learn from as well. But being inside that Asian Games village, you're under 23s, let's just say, you're growing into the senior team or senior level football. With all the athletes at the top level, you will learn things which will help you grow into a better professional. You'll have other athletes from different sports. You can have a look at their mindset, you can have a look at their physical regimes, their mental conditioning, their physical conditioning. All in all, it will only help you improve as you keep going older, because it's the little things that matter.
There is a reason why longevity in sport is linked to the amount, the lifestyle, the learnings that you gain at a younger age. Sunil Chhetri, of course, is a prime example of that, but as you mentioned, there must be so many others from different countries with different approaches.
Absolutely. You've got Neeraj Chopra over there as well. You've got Nikhat Zareen, who's making her debut as well. And these are sports that are individual, and they will be the ones that will help you, saying, yes, sir, individually, these are some of the things that help you be a better athlete. And then when you bring that individual growth to a team sport, you get results.
Meanwhile, Sunil Chhetri's been fouled. Got a pat in the back of his head by Chaw. Rabi. Sana Singh playing on the right side of defence this time, because Lal Chung Nunga has been rested and Narendra has been given a chance, and Narendra is obviously a left-footed player. Deploying and employing that left foot to release Bryce Miranda. Clipped through, it was clever, beyond the full-back. But Hangzhou read the play.
And that's a good covering and communication from the Myanmar centre-back with his teammate, just making sure no nonsense defending, clear it out of the way. We'll reshape, reassess and try to re-attack the Indian team goal.
Still looking for that first telling pass or that first clear goal threat from an Indian perspective. The organisation of Myanmar has been clear. Their threat on the counter-attack has been something that has earned Rahul KP a yellow card, who seems to be playing a bit deeper today, with Abdul Rabi being a bit further forward.
It's definitely a three-man defensive unit alongside. It's a bit of a covering between Rahul KP and Rabi, but I'm sure the coach has seen something wanting to deploy Rabi a little further up.
Bryce venturing on the wing. Could have released Samuel Kinsey a bit earlier, went ahead, tried to put in the cross. It's a goal kick.
But if needed, we know that Bryce Miranda can put that shift in, but Rohit Danu is also someone that we saw on our screens a minute or two ago, can come in, provide that bit of creativity just in case the scoreline stays the same, because we've seen in the past 13 minutes defensively, Myanmar are very, very compact and are beating the likes of Rahul KP with their pace on counter-attacks.
Obviously, both teams have had 180 minutes now under their belt, so enough and more time to analyze where the threats are, how to cancel them out. Perhaps that's why Ego's team match had already seen the fact that Kuncho Zinhain was an express train on that left wing. How do you match it, Rahul KP?
And just in case Rahul KP gets tired, you can pull Rabi back to defend, and Rahul KP can attack and catch his breath, something he's very good at doing.
Amarjeet clatters into Naing, and this is a dangerous position to concede a free kick. He was like a battering ram in midfield on that instance.
He spoke of physicality.
And that's the unfortunate part, which is why Dheeraj now needs to organize a wall. Didn't play the first match.
Made a crucial save, brought himself out, made himself big, so that Johnny from the Bangladesh wingers could not score. And
the captain, Tien, takes the free kick. Didn't worry Dheeraj though. He had it.
dangerous again, just bouncing in front of Dheeraj. But he knew, as you mentioned, he's got his angles covered. But this Myanmar team looks dangerous when it comes to set pieces and counter-attacks. India need to be careful and, if possible, get that goal quick, which is proving to be difficult. On the gas. India standing up to the Myanmar pressure. And what a and having none of it from this Myanmar attack.
Tien, the captain, taking the set piece with his left foot, cleared away by Rahim. Find that.
Saw the goalkeeper off his line. Wanted to get it in from the halfway. But Myanmar slowly growing into the game. We can see that as the game goes on, they're getting confident on the ball, creating attacks of their own and not just counter-attacks.
Tetpaing, all of 19, the right back. Loads of youth in this team. What a good switch, or rather an attempt. The idea by Zong Wintien, whose influence is slowly growing in the game. The 22-year-old captain of Myanmar.
And that's what Igor Stimac and Sunil Chhetri and contingent would not want. To Myanmar to grow into this game, use their speed to their advantage, creating attacks of their own, trying to take shots of their own. Because now we can see slowly the Myanmar team is not just sitting back and defending. I think Michael Fechtenbeiner feels if we press this India team, they will probably make a mistake.
Bryce trying to run at Hangzhou Lin. An old-fashioned clearance. But suddenly the pace of the game has increased, hasn't it? The moment Myanmar up the ante, it's also an indication for India to perhaps showcase their mettle a little bit now.
Rightly mentioned, as we can see building attacks of their own from Myanmar, but India need that foothold in this game. They need Samuel to get on the ball and Amarjeet not just breaking down attacks but building some attacks of their own.
As mentioned earlier, the equation is fairly simple. You just don't have to lose. Win or draw, India qualify by virtue of just scoring more goals, a goal more than Myanmar, because the goal difference is exactly the same. Remember, Myanmar won against Bangladesh 1-0, lost to China 4-0. India lost to China 5-1. So that one goal scored by Rahul KP is the difference between India and Myanmar, because Sunil Chhetri also ensured that India win 1-0 against Bangladesh. Narendra. A lack of understanding. Sunil Chhetri clearly not happy with him.
Trying to exploit the space that is behind the Myanmar defense, but Sunil knows there's not much space. Probably playing it into him, and him combining with Rahim Ali is what is needed.
Oh, he's going to run all day, Zinhain, but nobody in the box for him as he delivered the ball. That is an interesting battle, and as of right now, Zinhain seems to be coming up trumps.
Zinhain has been successful in trying to go past Rahul KP with that long ball that goes over on a quick switch. Has been an outlet.
Which makes me wonder, Robin, why has Igor Stimac made this change? Because Abdul Rabi in the past 2 matches has been playing at that right wing back spot. Rahul further forward. Today he's flipped it around. Is it just for him to see how Rahul KP would cope? Is it an experiment that he'll change later on?
I have a feeling Igor Stimac wants his team to move first and foremost forward, and that is why he's got somebody in the likes of Rabi and Samuel sitting in the midfield while Amarjeet sits in front of the Indian team.
It's Rahim Ali one-on-one! Has he won the penalty? Rahim Ali has won a penalty for India. A challenge from behind that ensures India might go in front. And this is crucial.
Rahim Ali making sure he chases everything, and a mistake from the Myanmar centre-back leading to a penalty. He could have finished it early, but the referee deems this as a tackle from back and winning none of the ball, leading to the penalty. And this gives chance to Sunil Chhetri to step up one more time and put India in the lead.
This is that one chance for India to take the lead. This is that chance that could be the difference between these two sides. This is that one chance that could take India into the round of 16 for the first time in 13 years. The old head of Sunil Chhetri takes India forward. He's taken them out of the den into the hunting grounds. And he's preyed on a goal one more time. Oh, this is a story that keeps on going on and on. Oh, this is a story that's always been written by Sunil Chhetri.
Sunil Chhetri steps up and does what he does best. Puts the ball in the back of the net, and the keeper has no chance. The nerves will be settled now, but he will want more. Igor Stimac will want more, and they will have to be ready, because you are most vulnerable when you have just scored. They're making sure and following the ball all the way out, and Dheeraj will now take his time with this goal kick, calm the nerves down a little more, and Michael Fechtenbeiner has something to think of now. He needs a win as much as India does. What does he do now? Now this plays into the hands of the Indian team for sure. We need goals, and they will come.
What this does do is, whatever attacking impetus Myanmar had, they need to double that now, Robin. They need to now commit more numbers forward. Look at the way Zhao Wentien is trying to press Dheeraj all of a sudden.
The command is clear from the Myanmar coach. We will step out and we will press. And now you can see the high press coming on, leading to a mistake and a throw-in for the Myanmar side. You can see the numbers build up now in the Indian team half. How does the Indian team cope with this? Does Igor Stimac maybe change the formation for just a little bit to soak up the immediate pressure that Myanmar is trying to build?
Bryce clipped, fouled, yellow card shown to the captain of Myanmar. Got confused with the colours, never seen a green card before in football.
Maybe it was just a sight of, I will let this one go, but you will get a yellow nonetheless. And Zhao Win, the team captain, gets a yellow, and he knew if he did not make this challenge on Bryce, he was through. Taking one for the team, as they call it. And now he has to be careful, because there's a full half of football left for Myanmar to play, and Myanmar to get a goal if they can.
Narendra Gehlot. In terms of India, what do they need to do now? Is it a time to try and build and get that second goal, as Bryce is trying to venture now? Or is it a time to control the pace of the game, ensure you shut out Myanmar for a bit?
The idea will be to add another goal to that number, because one goal lead is never enough. But it also has to be a balanced approach where you do not go all out at attack. You've got that goal to you. Wait for your moment, just like Rahim Ali did. He waited and chased the centre-back down and earning his team a penalty.
Bryce takes the shot. It's blocked, not by one but by two, as Amarjeet presses, wins the ball. There's chaos ensuing in the Myanmar half.
But that's great composure shown from Rahul KP. He had the opportunity to go forward, but decided to build up the attack from restart, because they need Myanmar to step out of their half. We can see a definitive 4-1-4-1 or a 4-4-2 right now being built, moving on to a 5-3-2.
Bank of 5 players trying to shut out the likes of Rahim Ali and Sunil Chhetri. Oh, trying the through ball to Oaka Naing, who pulls back Amarjeet Singh Gyam, the enforcer in this Indian side.
Maybe we can see, we were speaking of formations and numbers that the Myanmar side is trying. But something that's interesting to see is Rabi on the wing at the back. Maybe the question is, has India shifted to a 4-4-2? Because there's just 15 minutes to play. Remember that. Igor Stimac will want to take this lead in and save a bit of legs. going forward.
Apart from that, Robin, it could also be because Rahul's on a yellow card already, and knowing that Myanmar will try and up the ante, looking for more space behind to exploit the pace that Zinhain has. Maybe Ego's team match has been a little bit clever, adding a bit more cover. But just as we say that, Rahul's back at the right back position.
I think the honest thing to do is let them be. Because we've seen a bit of chopping and changing happening between Rabi and Rahul KP, which is great. The versatility that Rabi is showing us in that midfield alongside Samuel as well is great to see. But when needed, probably can shift to the right back just in case Rahul KP is out of position.
U13. Sunil Chetri, after Amarjeet wins the ball. Legitimate challenge according to the referee. U13 yet again. Narendra clatters into him. Bryce falls short. Interception. Chapmin. Every single pass seems to be going through the Myanmar captain, U13, as we approach the half-hour mark. Switch of play towards the left. Rahul KP. Oka Naing trying to slip through Rahul and Sana Singh. Dheeraj clears.
But what's interesting is to see how high up Myanmar's defense line is now.
Oh, the offside flag saves India the blushes, doesn't it?
Sandesh waiting for that offside flag to go up. He knew. But I have a feeling these risks should not be taken, because he was onside. Narendra Galot was playing him onside. That's a communication error and a bit of luck on India's side. He was not offside in first view.
It was another player who wasn't involved in play that was offside. Narendra Gehlot was at a different part of the pitch altogether.
This is what sometimes lack when there's not enough preparation. The communication battles, the idea where my centre backs are, and especially when you're playing three centre backs, you need to be ready to understand. Yes, Rahul KP is the one who's fitting in as a right back, but all in all, you're three centre backs. You need to be careful and ready, just like that.
I'm sure Narendra Gehlot wouldn't want to see the replay of that previous incident and how India literally gotten a lucky reprieve. Meanwhile, through the left wing, Zinhain yet again against Rahul KP. A beautiful ball threaded through. Waka Naing ventures into the box. Rahul sticks a leg out yet again on a yellow card. That's a risky challenge. Rather, it was Rabi this time, so not on a yellow card. It's fine.
It's that same combination of the two R's, Rahul or Rabi, putting in the tackles. But what's been dangerous is this left wing for Myanmar. And on a different day, probably a referee could have given that as a penalty. India need to do better. As I've mentioned, this one goal lead is not enough. There are decisions that are going your way. But just like the teams, even some of the referees will have a conversation saying, listen, we need to do better. There are decisions that were wrong on our behalf as well.
Arkar Chaw, the Amarjeet of the Myanmar side, if we were to draw a comparison so that you can understand what role he plays.
But at the moment, it's Myanmar who's doing all the attacking, and Sunil is not happy about it. This is something that Igor Stimac will want to rectify really quickly. If the scoreline stays like this, India will move forward to the next stage. But someone like a Sunil who's known for scoring goals needs that supply to score his goals.
Tetyowai, 23 senior caps to his name. A showcase of strength by Narendra Gehlot. And then a misplaced pass to give possession back to Myanmar in a dangerous position. Samuel Kinshi didn't get nutmegged though. Captain. Win time.
32 minutes on the clock, and we can already see the Indian team dropping. Yes, it's good. Yes, it's compact, but that's not the football you will want it to play. You want to build attacks of your own.
That's exactly what Sana Singh has done now. Giving it to Rahul KP, who lunges for the ball, takes a piece of his man as well. Has he won the corner though?
Referee gives it as a corner. But Rahul KP needs to understand as well. Yes, he's getting them to him being sent off. Something like that could have, on another day, have led to a second yellow.
That's the third time you've used the phrase "on another day" for something, for a challenge that has happened in terms of an Indian perspective.
And Igor Stimac will be having those same questions. Listen, guys, the Myanmar side is quick. The timing of our tackles need to be precise. Just like Sandesh Jhingan on that sliding tackle made. Precise. Took the ball, all of the ball, and made sure the man went nowhere.
A little bit of shirt pulling between Shaw and Narendra Gehlot. Three of you have been called, clearly. Sunil Chhetri, Shaw and Narendra Gehlot, along with the captain. He asked for 3. There are 5 or 6 around the referee.
Something that I'd love to see in the future for referees is being mic'd up. That could be an interesting conversation moving forward.
Samuel Kinsey, meanwhile, wants India to move forward through that corner, find Sandesh Jhingan, who couldn't put his header on target, nor find Sana Singh. Collection for Zin Nyi Ong.
Sandesh Jhingan with the header. Would have wanted to get the timing a little better on his header. We've got the height advantage with the likes of Sandesh Jhingan, Sana, Narendra, Rahim Ali. Physically strong in the air.
Looks for Sunil Chhetri, well marshalled by Zia Lin. Sandesh Jhingan was on the ball at that instance. Now Samuel Lingdo Kingshi. One of those changes to add more attacking verve to the Indian side tonight.
And if the scoreline stays like this, I would love to see another attacking change in the likes of Gurkirat. But this is what I meant. Sunil needs more service. Look how deep he's been having to drop to get that ball to his feet. And as a striker, I can understand. You want to be involved in games. You want to get at least a touch, if not shots off on target.
The idea was there. Just the execution left a little to be desired as they try to play Narendra Gehlot on the overlap.
Sunil marshalling his troops, making sure they push Myanmar inside. Zhao Win Tien.
There's 17 years difference between the two captains. One is 39, the other's near 22.
Maybe that's why he's got a little talking to as well. Saying, listen, you got to be careful. I understand you're a bit charged up. But some of the things you're going for is a bit off the ball. And with all the experience that Sunil has, for all the older boys we have, we will put a tackle in that you don't even see coming.
So basically Sunil Chhetri made his professional debut before Zhao Win Tien was even born in its own way. Or rather, before he started speaking his first words. That would be a better calculation to make.
So I'm probably right in saying that if you keep putting those tackles in like that, I have a few tricks up my sleeve as well.
He's trying to drop deep. And yet again, there's a race, this time for Abdul Rabi. Get close to Zinhain. Defended well.
I think order has been brought back. Rabi back to his original position as right back in this tournament. But we can see his versatility as well. He's played that centre midfield creativity role. But Igor Stimac does understand that. We need Rahul KP up front. He does a better job attacking. And on a yellow card, you'd rather have that mistimed tackle, if I may say so, high up. He'd want no tackles, but he'd want to tackle high up if at all.
Shouts for a handball given. And another set piece for India to contend with. The last time a free kick was taken from here, Sunil Chhetri was under the cosh. This time as Samuel Kinsey with a mistake.
That POY will have at least an inkling of thought. Should I try it again? It almost got through the numbers last time.
Is that POY with a free kick? Yet again, it's Sunil Chhetri, but with much more conviction this time. Cleared the lines, conceded a corner.
That POY does exactly what he did on the previous free kick, but Sunil gets a better header this time, but a corner to defend. And that POY will whip this in again. Or does it play it short to Zhou Win Tien?
Goes for the long corner, punched out by Dheeraj, who takes a piece of Sandesh Jhingan on the way as well. Myanmar in possession. The right back, Quang Tet Paing with the ball. Oka Naing plays it through to Tet Phiobai. Easy pickings for a goalkeeper of Dheeraj's pedigree.
Dheeraj aware again, he's not had much to do. His defenders have had him have an easy night as of now, but whenever called upon, Dheeraj has stepped up, taking his time.
You can hear Sunil Chhetri through the crowd. That's how loud he is, saying, ask for the ball, he's free, then telling Rahim where to go. It's as if he's a conductor in this footballing orchestra.
With all his experience, Sunil is leading the troops. And Rahim, he's chasing lost causes, but he needs to be available to get that ball to his feet as well. With his physicality, maybe that could be an option. Hold the ball up. Let the likes of Sunil, Rahul, Bryce get into the attack. As a number 9, which he is, his hold-up play needs to be better. At some point, with all the experience, that all the help that I've had over my playing career, one thing that all coaches have told me is wherever the ball is, just mirror it as a number 9. So you're always available to bounce that ball off, if not hold it up.
Interesting choice of word, just mirror it. But I guess it serves the point. Be that outlet that can bounce it back to someone with your back towards goal.
All this thought of being an option available. But as I kept learning the trade, I also got told mirroring is a better thing to do. Just mirror. You don't have to get the ball. Always be available. And that has stuck to me. When your teammates need you, even if it's just a bounce off ball, doing the simple things right is always the best option.
Doesn't seem content, does Ego Stimash? Not yet, because the job's only half done, and he knows that. Another corner that India would look to take advantage of. Narendra now in a more conventional left back position, given the license to roam ahead, wins that corner. It'll be Samuel Kinsey who'll be told to pick a set piece out of his locker. Samuel Kinsey with an in-swinging corner, punched away by the keeper. Rahul misses the follow-through. And Myanmar are on the counter. Rabi and Bryce Miranda chasing the Myanmar captain, who wins the foul. U13 has seen a lot of the ball, and he's proved to be tricky. Bryce with a challenge. Lucky not to be shown the card, it seems. A free kick taken, a free kick wasted. Going for glory, Nemo Nang. We've hardly mentioned him throughout the course of this match. The only senior member of the starting 11, all of 25 years old. The other two find themselves on the bench. Dheeraj pushed the team forward and almost gave the ball away. Luckily, Narendra was there. Rahim couldn't hold the ball up. Tackled by Nemo Naing itself. Oka Naing. Oh, this could be dangerous. It's Tefai Wai. Tien. Zinhain with the cross towards Oka Naing. Couldn't guide the header towards goal as Fiowai is felled. That was close. That was very, very close. 2 minutes of additional time. 2 more minutes for India to defend so that they can go back to the dressing room with a 1-0 lead. This is the first goal they've scored in the first half in the Asian Games. Remember, it was 46 minutes. Or rather, that was the first they scored against China in the first half. Pardon me. Meanwhile, Zinhain. Dheeraj happy to concede the corner. Although it does go for a goal kick, the eventual touch comes from Zia Lin. Rahul KP scored in the 46th minute, but that was actually 45 plus 1. So he had scored in the first half itself. One minute up. Another remains. Sunil Chhetri, the difference between the two sides so far. Rahul tries to flick it on for Rahim. Rahul KP once more. He needs to be careful. He's already on a yellow card. Qasim Matar Ali Al-Hatmi will be having a chat with him. Certainly, the Omani referee, and Rahul must have his heart in his mouth right now. He's been given the last warning. He's been given the last warning. Already on a yellow card, he's told by the ref, look, you're already on a yellow card. You can't afford to make challenges like this. And that's it for the first half. Sunil Chhetri has been the difference from the spot. Once Rahim Ali capitalized on a defensive error from Myanmar, he was clear on goal. A tackle from behind gave them the chance, but Rahul KP is also in focus because he has drawn the ire of the referee, been given a warning. As India held firm when Myanmar use their fiery pace to get behind the lines and affect Dheeraj's goal. At half-time, it's Myanmar 0, India 1.
Dear spectators, littering is strictly prohibited in the venue. Please sort and dispose of your trash properly to keep the venue clean and tidy.
观众朋友们，请大家不要乱丢垃圾，做好垃圾分类投放，保持场馆内的整洁，做文明观众。谢谢。
This competition is about to begin. Please take your assigned seat as shown on your ticket as soon as possible.
कब तक लंबी लाइनों में उम्र बिताइएगा? डिजिटल पेमेंट अपनाइए, चुटकी में हल पाइए। पुराने तरीके कब तक अपनाइएगा? डिजिटल पेमेंट बहुत आसान है, देखिए चुटकी में पेमेंट चुकाइए। बटुआ ढूंढ रहे हैं? डिजिटल पेमेंट अपनाइए, कभी भी कहीं भी और सुरक्षित। हमने तो इन्हें डिजिटल पेमेंट करना सिखा दिया है। आपने? RBI कहता है कि
डिजिटल पेमेंट अपनाओ,
औरों को भी सिखाओ।
Roads may close, but the way never does. Chimney, never turn back. It's hybrid by nature, a silent predator. The new breed rises above all others. A new breed of SUVs. The advanced Grand Vitara rule every road.
अच्छा
सिमी का है? अगर मैं बोलता हम बुला रहे हैं तो वेट कराता ना।
The new Suzuki Avenue, more zip per trip.
तो 9 बजे आप क्या करेंगे?
भंगार में भविष्य छिपा है। आज भविष्य दिख रहा है मेरे को। हम लोग ये दुनिया में जीने के लिए नहीं आते, हम लोग ये दुनिया में कमाने के लिए आते हैं। सेविंग्स अकाउंट में कॉन्फिडेंस जमा करा के रखा है मैंने, कैश भी आ जाएंगे।
सब मुमकिन हत्यारे हैं। हमें सबसे पहले सबकी गवाहियां चेक करनी है, जो हमें सीधे सस्पेक्ट तक लेके जाएंगे। क्या हत्या में 2 नहीं 4 हाथ शामिल हैं?
और आपका अगला सवाल है, कौन बनेगा करोड़पति कभी भी कैसे भी? बिना हॉट सीट पर बैठे कैसे खेला जा सकता है? और आपके ऑप्शंस हैं ये: मन में सवालों का जवाब देकर, सोनी लिव ऐप पे केबीसी प्ले लॉन्ग खेलकर, घर पे कंप्यूटर जी को बुलाकर, और ऑप्शन डी, आपके स्कूल, ऑफिस या सोसाइटी में केबीसी शुरू करके। इस सवाल का जवाब सोच समझ कर दीजिएगा। केबीसी प्ले लॉन्ग खेलिए और पाइए मौका यहाँ हॉट सीट पर आने का। देखिए केबीसी तो खेलिए।
ना रुकेंगे हम, ना झुकेंगे हम। हर कसौटी पे खरे उतरेंगे हम।
एसडब्ल्यू की जर्सी में गर्व और उत्साह दिखाएंगे हम।
इसी जोश से एशियन गेम 2022 के लिए हम और आप हैं तैयार।
इस बार टॉपर,
क्योंकि अब रुकना नहीं है।
Roads may close, but the way never does. Chimney, never turn back.
की दाल में काला है।
तो अब तू मुझे मेरा काम सिखाएगी।
अगर आप सीखना चाहें तो जरूर।
permutations and combinations, thankfully kept at an arm's distance away from us, courtesy Mr. Reliable himself. Sunil Chhetri gets us a goal. India leading Myanmar in this must-win match at half-time, 1-0. We start off with the goal that was scored. It's come in the same manner, Robin, as the previous match, but we'll take them out.
As long as we're in the lead with that scoreline, I have no problem how they come in. When you've got Sunil Chhetri on your team, which knows how to put the ball at the back of the net, be it a penalty or open play. But what if we're nitpicking, what could have done better is Rahim Ali finishing this goal himself. Yeah. He could have done better, just opened his body with his right foot, place it in. Probably a bit of nerves, probably a bit of rustiness of not having consistent game time, leading to not being confident enough. But speaking of confidence,
the same penalty, I think.
Does what he does best, gets a goal, calms a bit of nerves, and that definitely need to be calm right now going into the second half, because Myanmar to an extent have looked dangerous, especially on set pieces, free kicks, and even Sunil over there just praying to the gods, saying, I need another one for my team to have a bit of breathing space, because Myanmar have been pushing up as the game went on.
Yep. They did create chances, Myanmar. We have to give credit where it's due. They did create chances, but then we give credit to our defense as well, because every question that was asked of them by the Myanmar players, we answered.
The first thing that comes to my mind when you talk about India's defense is actually Sunil Chhetri's two crucial interceptions via headers.
Yeah.
I think he was excellent in those defensive positions. And the second is this tackle by Sandesh Jhingan. I think that was timed to perfection. There was no margin for error, Arpit. He gets that wrong, Myanmar get a penalty. So that was outstanding. And I think we have really held them up well in defense.
Yep. We're seeing some of those moments, Robin, and it's impressive defense.
I think so as well. And, there's Sunil with that header, Sandesh with that tackle. But one thing that's, I think, gone a little bit unnoticed will be Amarjit. He's been sitting in front of that defense, playing that destructive role. But also what's excited me has to be probably Rabi with his versatility. We've seen him play as a fullback, but today playing in centre midfield is a positive sign. But something that's scary for me is Rahul KP.
I was just going to come to that because, watching that match, some of those Myanmar football fans must be thinking, we've been, getting the wrong end of the decisions here. Rahul KP, calm those nerves, you said, in terms of Sunil Chhetri, Siddharth, but Rahul KP is trying his best to make sure that our nerves are frayed.
There's this statement that Mikel Arteta had made in relation to Matteo Guendouzi, where he had said some things need to change, but some things never change. Rahul KP, excessive appealing, bad temperament, casual play. You're on a yellow card. Are you not understanding, or are you not able to grasp the gravity of the situation? You're playing in a must-win encounter. Your team is ahead. It has worked so hard to be in the position that it is in now. It's a slender lead. It's 1 goal margin. And
Robin, I'm going to get you
problematic.
What is this called in the world of football? I know what it's called in the world of wrestling.
I would call it a takedown in the world of mixed martial arts, because that's exactly what it is. Look where the ball is. It's probably not even in the screen when Rahul KP wants to put it.
Is that a yellow? Is that a second yellow, more importantly?
100%. I actually think he's very lucky. And if we can nitpick again, just how we did with Rahim Ali, he's a great player. But some things that need to change is that composure. You say you want to be a leader. These things need to change.
In that respect, then, Siddharth, do you think that Igor might say, let's just give him as few minutes we can in the second half?
I don't know what Igor would do, but I would start Vinci Barreto or Aniket Jadhav. I would start the second half with them. It's too big a game.
I would bring up the story you were telling us about Mario Balotelli as well. He should not.
Don't get a card.
I know it's exactly what Igor Stimac will say. But if we know KP as much as Stimac does, I think Vinci, if you're worried about tired legs, get Jadhav on. He's come back. Probably the jet lag is out as well. Get him on. Or if not, probably just get Gurkirat on as well. Just make sure that Rahul KP either understands the job, or you make sure you don't risk it, because 1-0 is not good enough, and that's difficult.
Okay. Well, as things stand, our nerves have calmed a little bit after the 45 minutes and added time have ended. Of course, Rahul KP hopefully getting a bit of a earful, not just from Igor Stimac, I'm pretty sure from Sunil Chhetri as well, to just be careful and make sure that he finishes on the pitch and does not get sent off. As things stand, you look at that scoreline there, it is in favour of India. With this scoreline, India make it through. Let's hope it gets better for us.
बस नीरज रुक जा, आज के लिए इतना काफी है।
सर जी, जब पसीना नहीं रुकता तो मैं क्यों रुकूं?
New Limca Sports with real lemons, glucose and electrolytes for faster rehydration.
This is a tale born of greatness. It begins with going beyond my best and ends with questions. Can I redefine greatness? I say yes. From the makers of Hayabusa and GSXR comes the Suzuki Gixxer series, born of greatness.
मैं म्यूजिक डायरेक्टर रोहन ने अभी तक म्यूजिक नहीं भेजा है।
I've got it. The new Suzuki Avenus. More zip for trip.
Roads may close, but the way never does. Chimney, never turn back.
It's hybrid by nature, a silent predator. The new breed rises above all others. A new breed of SUVs. The advanced Grand Vitara rule every road.
केबीसी देखिए और खेलिए प्ले अलॉन्ग सिर्फ सोनी लिव पर। तो 9 बजे आप क्या करेंगे?
सब मुमकिन हत्यारे हैं। हमें सबसे पहले सबकी गवाहियां चेक करनी है, जो हमें सीधे सस्पेक्ट तक लेके जाएंगे। क्या हत्या में 2 नहीं 4 हाथ शामिल हैं?
Game on, play along. केबीसी देखिए और खेलिए प्ले अलॉन्ग सिर्फ सोनी लिव पर।
पेमेंट फेल। पेमेंट फेल? लेकिन पैसे तो कट गए। गई मेरी मेहनत की कमाई।
हो जाएगी भरपाई, चिंता मत कर मेरे भाई। अगर डिजिटल ट्रांजैक्शन फेल हो जाए और अकाउंट से पैसे कट जाएं, तो बैंक समय से पैसे लौटा देगा, वरना कॉम्पनसेशन का है प्रावधान। नहीं तो आरबीआई के ऑम्बुड्समैन को शिकायत करें आप।
योर बिल।
मेरी फीस। आरबीआई कहता है
जानकार बनिए, सतर्क रहिए।
Roads may close, but the way never does. Chimney, never turn back.
की दाल में काला है।
तो अब तू मुझे मेरा काम सिखाएगी।
अगर आप सीखना चाहें तो जरूर।
India have put their best foot forward. They have gotten that goal that gives them the sliver of hope of better times to come. They have gotten the goal that ensures that they are not behind and they are on track to make it to the second round for the first time in 13 years. 2010, they had to leave their fate to the last game, where they defeated Singapore 4-1 after tasting defeat against Kuwait and Qatar. This time around, they don't need a result like that. All they need is a solitary point. But it would just be an icing on the cake should they get the 3. En route to the round of 16, They have made the correct steps in that direction, but they need to reach the destination. Another 45 minutes dictate the fate of the Blue Tigers against Myanmar. As Robin Singh joins me in the commentary box yet again, and a substitution has occurred during half-time for the Indian team. We'll discuss that later as there's a cross that comes in, which falls to Wintain as Myanmar look to pile on the pressure right at the start. Zinhain. Hangzhou headed away by Narendra. And then Shaw couldn't get the cleanest of contacts as he followed through. Gurkirat coming in, Robin, instead of Rahul KP.
Rahim Ali moves to the wing, making space for Gurkirat, as you mentioned, in the middle. I think that's a wise move as well. Gurkirat, even coming on the other game, looked confident, wanted to get past people, looked energetic and fresh. On the other side, making sure 11 men are on the pitch against his Myanmar side. Rahul KP had been a bit overzealous, if not anything else, in his tackles, and a bit lucky, some would say.
The way a teacher scolds a student is what Rahul KP had to endure with the referee. Right now, Sandesh Jhingan has to school the forward, but he skipped past Jhingan, crashes into Rabi. Referee tells him to get up. That's Tet 5-0 in that occasion.
Rahim Ali doing very well to win his side a free kick and calming the nerves just a little bit, but Sandesh Jhingan doing well to marshal few wire along that line, and just to make sure he goes outside till Rabi was available to help. And then Rahim Ali not finding options up front, so deciding to just win that free kick. But Myanmar finished the half pressing and have started the second half pressing as well. Just for a bit of breathing space, India team need to find that second goal, and if possible, quickly.
Just so that they put that final nail in the coffin, isn't it? Just so that they get that surety.
And I think that will help, because yes, 3 points are there. Yes, clean sheets are important. 1-0 victories are sometimes the harder victories to get over, but you do. But having 2-0 gives you that space of maybe a mistake being overlooked. Right now, there is no margin of error. India team need to be solid, need to be tight, compact. And if the first half is anything to go by, make sure you do the simple things right.
As was the case in the first half. Myanmar have had the tendency of exploiting the space behind, which India needs to be mindful of. Mo gives it to the captain, Wintain, who's been ever so impressive in the middle of the park. The ball's won by Tet Pang off Bryce Miranda. Tet Pheo Wai now with the ball. Cross towards the near post, away from goal though. It's been a good day for India, 5 medals so far in the Asian Games.
Rahim Ali with that clearance, and Gurkirat trying to get at the end of it. He hasn't had a first touch yet. He'd want to get that done really quickly, play that simple thing, but closing down is good. Making sure that the Myanmar team just kicks the ball long, they can regain possession and probably build up again.
Quite curious to see or hear your perspective on this, because you often see forwards wearing the jersey number 11 or the number 9 or something that adds up to those two numbers. What are your thoughts on a forward, a centre forward wearing the jersey number 2?
Just like we say, age is just a number. Sometimes the number at the back is not as important as the badge in the front.
Oh, melting hearts with your words, Robin Singh, melting hearts with your words. Each and every Indian football fan would be just thinking and rolling those words around in their mind's eye.
Let me just put it out there, if Drake can write a book of phrases. I'm sure I can give one line or the other now and again.
Let's not compare you to Drake. I think that's a bit too much. A far stretch indeed.
I thought that's what you just called me off camera.
I called you Arminder Singh, not Drake. Meanwhile, putting a leg in, Zinhain. Waka Naing. Sandesh Jhingan reading play as he expertly does. Waka Naing has a turn of pace but couldn't control the ball. India get the goal kick.
Naing doing well to get past Rabi on that occasion. Luckily for Dheeraj, the ball runs out of play and he has a goal kick to take. Gurkirat, as we spoke, I need to see that touch really quickly. Maybe it'll calm his nerves down as well. He's come on. He has the responsibility of, or duty of just holding that ball up, because he himself, you know, every time I've seen him play, he looks good when he's trying to hold the ball up.
Right now he has a chance to run. This is Gurkirat, one-on-one! Looking to inflict pain. But the keeper was ever present. Ni Yong with a crucial save for Myanmar.
Zinong doing very well to make sure this lead is at 1-0. But Gurkirat with a golden opportunity to get his side ahead. He'll want to do better. He'll want that chance to come really quickly next time. But doing well. You can see he's got pace. You can see he can exploit the space, because as the longer that this game goes on, Myanmar need to step up. With the pace of Bryce Miranda, Gurkirat, as we saw in Rabi, beg your pardon, Rahim Ali on the wing, we will get those opportunities. We have to take them. It cannot all be on Sunil to get those goals. Gurkirat, Aniket Jadhav if he comes from the bench, Rahim Ali, all need to step up to help him, ease the pressure off him himself.
What it also does when Gurkirat is there as a clear focal point, it gives, and you can correct me if you think I'm wrong, it gives Sunil an opportunity to be more involved in the game. What a ball this is for Rahim Ali. One-on-one! Again, it's Zin Yin Ong in the way. That's two opportunities.
Great run from Rahim Ali, using his strength to battle off defenders, but Zinong standing tall again to deny Rahim Ali this time. Zinong is doing everything in his possibilities to make sure Myanmar have a chance in this game to make it back. But Gurkirat, Rahim Ali need to do better. We are creating opportunities. We have to finish them.
A corner for India. A chance to let the likes of Sana Singh and Sandesh Jhingan express themselves. Samuel Kinchi with the corner. Sunil Chhetri with the volley. Inches over.
Chances going a begging. India need to do better. Sunil this time, yes, you can say he saw it late. But chances are coming. We need to do better. Because the way Myanmar is building themselves up, putting that high pressure, one mistake and we could be in trouble. Remember, permutation and combinations will come into play if this scoreline changes to a draw. Igor Stimac will not want that at all. He will want to continue with this winning form. He will want that clean sheet. India is capable of it. But when we have the opportunities to score, we need to take them.
Meanwhile, Bryce Miranda needs to fulfill his defensive duties, showcasing his strength, but then was outnumbered, and Naing puts in the cross. Dheeraj puts in the dive. Rahim Ali loses the ball with a heavy touch.
Strong hands from Dheeraj to take the ball away. But Rahim Ali, as quickly as possible, just get that miss out of the way. It's done. Done and dusted.
Interesting change there. Bryce Miranda is coming off for Aniket Jadhav.
Probably the idea will be to get two inverted wingers. Since there's space behind the Myanmar defense, just get two inverted wingers that can cut in and probably take shots off on target. We can see the chances are being made. Hopefully Aniket Jadhav is the one that can convert those chances. He'll be fresh. He hasn't played in the tournament as yet. He will want to come in, get his team across that line. And as we saw, he wants the ball already.
Has occupied that right wing as Aniket Jadhav, who recently made his debut under Igor Stimac in the senior Indian squad as well. His first touch, a whack towards the defence. That also means that Rahim Ali moves on to the left wing. This is Chaw. Gives it to Zinhain, who's been ever present in troubling the Indian right flank. Nice ball by Amarjeet for Aniket. Well won by Chatmin. Eventually wasted possession.
Zhao Winthin probably tried to cross the ball, just went goalwards. Aniket Yadav has just come on. He's got that pace, but trying to go past people when they're coming sliding in wasn't the best option. Probably pick the simple options out. Pass it, move, pass it, move.
It's interesting you mentioned the fresh legs of Aniket Jadhav. Contrast that with Bryce Miranda, who's ran himself ragged in the first two matches. Maybe there's a sense of reprieve or relief that Igor Stimac wants to give him as well, given the context of the match right now, and since there's 1 foot already in the second round, look towards the future a little bit.
I think so as well, and at the same time the fact that he's played 2 games for more than 70 minutes, we could see taping on his calves as well, so there's a sense of soreness, but his desire to continue games and provide his services to Igor Stimac. Bryce Miranda would want to play as long as possible. His night ends early today, but that gives an opportunity for Aniket Jadhav to step in and suggest that maybe if you want to rest Bryce Miranda, I could be your option, or I want to fight for that spot to start for you. He's just made his debut, as we mentioned.
As of right now, it is that flank as Waqar Naing has entered the box. Aniket showed his pace, then shows his vision as Gurkirat sprints forward. This is a big decision for the referee. The whistle stays in his hand. The whistle stays in his hand.
Qasim Al-Hatmi deciding not to blow the whistle at this occasion. But Gurkirat did very well to use his pace and get past Zhao. But that's what these fresh legs can do for you. They're chasing defenders down, and Gurkirat with his physicality as well got in front. And another day could have been a free kick or a red card for Myanmar.
I was veering more towards the red card, to be honest, keeping all unbiased opinion aside.
Probably one of the reasons why the referee didn't blow his whistle is that touch was too long. If he had the ball in his control and then went down, the referee could have blown his whistle for a red card. But again, India need to find that second goal. We've had enough opportunities. We need to take ours before Myanmar take theirs, because we've seen Tetfiowai dangerous with his deliveries.
It's a different corner routine this time. It goes to Chatmin. Saved by Dheeraj. A shot from distance that was destined for the top corner, had Dheeraj not been there.
Dheeraj stepping up again when called upon. That ball was creeping into that corner. But he does very well. Zoe Khatmin with that shot.
With the ball at his feet. Winthin indicating he wants to go long with this corner towards the near post. It's Waqar Naing. Is the other centre back. Zia Lin with the shot that is blocked. And now Aniket trying to wrestle the ball off the Myanmar captain. Suddenly it's all Myanmar. India needs to release the pressure. They try to do so with this long ball by Samuel Kinchi towards Abdul Rabi. Goes nowhere.
Could have decided to take the easier option. There's Aniket Jadhav with his fresh legs, who's just come on. Running down the left flank could have been an option. Because you got to remember, 48 hours, games in quick succession. Injuries could be happening. Let's just hope for now Sandesh Jingan is okay.
Yeah, that's not a sight that any Indian football fan would want to see. He is the one that's leading the line when it comes to the defence. The experienced campaigner, the old head in terms of the discipline required to ensure Dheeraj gets another clean sheet.
100% Sandesh has been taken along with the side as one of the senior players for that very reason. He brings that experience, he brings that leadership, he brings that calmness as such. And Gurkirat, with his fresh legs, his youth and his physicality, to be honest, will want to be the difference maker and add another goal to this Indian team.
An hour is done and dusted. 30 more minutes to strive for, to ensure that those margins of error that Robin had mentioned a few minutes earlier are completely nullified. No margins for error tomorrow as well, as the women's cricket team vies for gold against Sri Lanka. The first ball is at 11:30 a.m. and you can catch all the action on Sony Sports 10.1, Sony Sports 10.3, Sony Sports 10.4. And all of it together, should you have a strong internet connection, on Sony Live as well.
The Indian women's team making easy work of their semi-final game against Bangladesh with a total of 50 runs to get, and they did it very, very quickly. When we speak of rest, probably they're getting a little more rest than the Indian football team.
Absolutely, because the first match as well was washed out, and based on a higher seeding, they went through to the semi-finals, made quick work of Bangladesh. Sri Lanka defeated Pakistan, and that's why they find themselves in the final too. Chetri with the touch, now in a much more withdrawn number 10 position.
But this is better football. You can see the ball moving one touch and two touch, and Igor Stimac alongside the fans will be very happy. I am happy to see the ball finally move with an end product rather than just that long through ball trying to find a man or a teammate.
Just as you mentioned it, Robin, just as you mentioned it, in case you weren't well versed with the curse of the commentator.
I'd like to say that it's working very well as the Indian passing. The curse is working as well. I hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't work. They're playing very well. They're passing the ball around. We need to see more of that.
Arcad Shaw. Trying to switch play as Abdul Rabi reads it. Sana Singh making a comeback to Indian colours after being given a break for personal reasons. Oh, good footwork by the fullback, Tet Paing. And now Rahim Ali has to defend. It's a cross that comes through that Sanjay Chingan meets. Aniket also gives a helping hand.
Sandesh doing very well to get that header away, and Aniket Yadav clearing out as well. But that little phase of play that we saw from the Indian team, that build-up, that composed build-up that we saw, we need to see more of that. Sunil getting on the ball, everybody getting a touch. 1-2 football with the wingers being released is what we need.
As of right now, it's time to defend. A shout for handball, half-hearted against Abdul Rabi. The referee didn't give it much heed. India's retreating, isn't it? There's been a lot of possession for Myanmar over the course of the past 5 minutes. Aniket Jadhav can release that pressure. Sunil Chetri is making a darting run. So is Gurkirat. He finds none of them. Perhaps caught in two minds.
Myanmar did well to get the numbers back. Probably that's why Aniket Jadhav was caught in two minds. But a good run from Gurkirat. a little more caress and control and composure on that pass from Aniket, Gurkirat could have gone through if he wanted the spectacular. You had Sunil Chhetri also making a run down the left wing.
Are you surprised that India hasn't taken more initiative now? Suddenly it's Myanmar in the ascendancy given the flurry of chances that India had gotten?
I think as the game has grown on, we saw in the first half as well, Myanmar grows into the game. But India at the same time need to do better for the fact we've seen them build up. They build up well. Why stop doing things that are working? Do the simple things right. Just play what you see, pass the ball, move. The longer you keep the ball, you try dribbling, I think it works in Myanmar's favour. They're quick, they're aggressive, they're hungry to get the ball back.
This is better as Samuel Kinshi has drifted from midfield into the left wing, highlighting what Robin was trying to say. Pass the ball around, make those movements.
Because again, it's the simple things. You pass, you move, the team defending. It's always difficult when the ball keeps moving. If you keep dribbling, you will get closed down. By one, if not two, on occasions.
Aniket loses the ball. Yet again, POY has something to run at. In his way is Sana Singh. Waka Naing. It could be a shot from distance for Arkat Cho. Decides against it. Goes to the right instead. A clip ball blocked by Samuel Kinshi. Sandesh Jhingan towers over his own compatriot and countryman Amarjeet. Put in the header. Narendra says, no nonsense. Let's just punt the ball forward.
But coming back to what I said in the first half, and this is me nitpicking, Gurkirat was second to the ball. If you're mirroring the ball, you're understanding where the ball's going to go. A little bit of reading. He'll be in front of the centre-back. Just as a number 9, these are the little things that need to be addressed upon or looked upon or learnt upon as well. But now we can see a bit of physical presence also being brought in by Myanmar to hold the ball up and chase balls down.
Yeah, Ong Wai Lin coming in. And Tet Phyo Wai, who was being so effective, has also been replaced by Yan Cho. Meanwhile, Abdul Rabi.
We can hear Igor Stimac also from the side saying keep passing and make a move, because he can see every time the ball moves a little quicker, Myanmar to an extent don't have an idea what to do with it. But every time one of the players tries to dribble, Myanmar players are quicker to close down.
Rahim couldn't control it. Samuel Kinshi couldn't put in the tackle as Waka Naing has come onto the wing to accommodate Yan Cho. Good defending, one has to say, by Abdul Rabi.
Rabi doing very well to get his body in the middle of man and ball. For a minute you thought Myanmar got the better of Rabi. But he makes up. He makes up and wins aside a free kick. Now we can see Fecht and Biner make a few adjustments as well. Probably a change of shape. Because remember, as much as we are focusing on India to get the points and keep a clean sheet, Myanmar need this win as well to go through.
The equation is very simple. Myanmar needs to win. Needs to win, hands down. If it's a draw, India go through. Only 3 points will do, just because India scored one more goal. Yellow card for the substitute who's just arrived, Ong Wai Lin. Still getting to grips with the pace of the match, perhaps. Takes a piece of Rahim Ali. But those two chances that India got, Gurkirat and Rahim Ali, how crucial were they? Or how crucial were those moments?
They're important. Rahim Ali, we can see drop down and getting clattered by the substitute. But Rahim Ali, when one-on-one, he needs to do better. He got the penalty for India, which has led to the goal. But apart from that, when you get those chances, you need to finish off. It just eases the pressure off the likes of Sunil and whoever else is in front of goal. As strikers, you want that goal. Probably, and I say this with experience, the first goal is the most difficult to come by. Once you've got that goal, it's sort of the monkey off your back. Then it's goals galore, hopefully.
And if you do miss a chance, such as that one, Robin, mentally, how do you bounce back in that particular instance?
Every second is a new second, and every second gone by is the past. And I am someone that does not focus on it. So if you're looking at, okay, I've missed a chance, the positive out of that is you were in the right position to get that chance. You're doing the right things. Do not change what you're doing. Michael Jordan can miss chances, so can Rahim Ali.
And you're already faster than Robin Singh, so you can definitely make those chances.
I have my doubts about Rahim Ali being faster than me. I might have to make that race.
Once this Asian Games gets over, get ready for a 100-meter sprint.
Probably try out for the Asian Games as well if I can, then at the 100 meters.
Look at you. First you've thrown your name into the rowing team, or in contention for that. Now you want to put it in for athletics.
I just love being around sport. Any chance I can get, I want to be at the Asian Games. It was such a beautiful moment, just being surrounded by top-level athletes. Just take me with you. Just take me. However, wherever. I'm in for the next Asian Games as well. If not this one, this has just started. But Amarjeet went in, won the header, and a trailing leg. He does get kicked. Referee says it's all right. Maybe just gives a talking to Niang. Next time, it would not be the case.
Yeah, he's only 19 years old, is Waka 9. He's been given the yellow card for that trailing leg that clattered into Amarjeet Singh Kiam. Oh, what a first touch that was by the captain, Winten, as Yan Cho is marshalled out by Sandesh Jhingan. India need to defend yet again. Rather, it's been awarded as a goal kick.
Sandesh Jhingan doing very well to just put his body in the middle of man and ball and usher it out for a goal kick. But the flurry or the passing that we saw from India a little while ago, that's gone missing again. They need to bring that back. Minutes are running out. Yes, you might just create opportunities on long balls, if not anything else.
Right now they have to defend yet again on that right flank. It is Zinhain putting in the cross. And that is what India would not have wanted. From the bench onto the score sheet, it is Yan Cho. A glance of a header and a glimmer of hope for Myanmar. It is 1-1.
Myanmar get the goal they were looking for. And it comes from sub. Super sub, some will call it. But the pressure that Myanmar piled on, they were bound to get something out of it, and they get a goal. But now, there's a mountain to climb for this Indian team. And they've got about 20 minutes to do so. 20 minutes is a long time, but you need to get that goal. Because the draw brings in permutation and combinations that they do not want that. They want the win. And usually, when someone scores, or when you score, you're the most vulnerable. India need to take advantage of that. Get the ball up to the likes of Sunil, Rahim Ali and Gurkirat. Or probably anyone who can find a goal for the Indian team as of now.
And suddenly those two chances and the magnitude of those misses becomes much more.
But they still have 20 minutes. And all of it will be forgotten if they can create a chance and get a goal. But at this very moment, Wei Kant Min making sure Myanmar stay in this game. Zenong did very well to keep them in the game.
Well, if India beat Myanmar, they obviously qualify as runners-up. If India draw, they still qualify as runners-up. If the scoreline remains the same, India does qualify because of, as mentioned earlier, by virtue of having scored one more goal. But if Myanmar beat India, oh, that's when the permutations come in. That's when we go to the science lab, make our calculations, hope for results that are not in the fortunes or would be dictated by other teams. Samuel Kinsey with the corner, cleared away at the near post. He gets another bite of the cherry. Far post cross in the other match as of right now between China and Bangladesh. It is 0-0 in the 73rd minute.
Samuel doing very well to get across in. Rahim Ali getting in front of the Myanmar wing back to get a header on. But these are attacking changes. Vinci Barreto and Danu are coming on. Rahim Ali's night has been ended or has ended. And Samuel, who just whipped in that cross a minute or two ago, is also being substituted for Danu.
Substitution for India.
Hopefully these changes it's up to Vinci Barreto and Rohit Danu to help India with a victory, so that yes, we do qualify, but let's just qualify with confidence, saying yes, we had a goal, we went to a draw, but we got the win.
I'm interested to see how India shape up though, because both these players, one is an out-and-out winger, the other is an out-and-out forward. You've sacrificed one central midfielder. So will Rohit Danu occupy the same space as Samuel Kinsey was? Has he practiced enough? We know that the Indian team has not had enough practice before the Asian Games. Is he well versed with this role in central midfield?
Rohit Danu usually will be played as a number 10 or a midfielder, but just in case, let's just say just in case it doesn't work, we did see Rabi play in the middle in the first half. Just in case it's needed, I can see Danu at the moment sitting in the midfield. But that's where you would want control. If you got fresh legs, you'd want them to control a spot of authority. And that spot of authority is midfield. But that leaves a question on defensive duties. What happens then? The engine room, Amarjeet has done very well to destroy things. Rabi defensively has done well. And Sunil has been dropping well to connect attacks with his striking units as well. So I'm sure Igor Stimac has more ideas than we do.
Right now it's just chess, isn't it, Robin? You want to protect the goal because you know right now, as it stands, you are in. If you're Igor Stimac, he knows that India is in the second round, should the scoreline remain the same at the end of the next 12 minutes. But at the same time, you want the momentum and you want the confidence, you want to chase that goal so that you enter the next round with a smile on your face. And you have to defend too, because should Myanmar score next, then you're in a world of trouble. You have to hope and pray that China does not lose to Bangladesh, and then you can maybe be placed as one of the better third place teams. But that will be dictated by other groups. With the first few touches, loses the ball. Wintain.
Rohit Danu showing confidence to trying to bring that ball downward. Myanmar doing very well to close. But what will be important to see is Vinci Barreto.
He wins the ball at the second time of asking, but couldn't put in the cross. Both the players on the far post, Vinci Barreto rolls it across the floor.
This is where you need a bit of maturity, if not communication, awareness.
As of right now, the likes of Zin Hein are running at the defense for fun. It was his cross after piling on the pressure on the defense that saw Yan Chao and is under a world of pressure.
But what I would like to see at the moment is, yes, India team has the ball, but where is the movement? You've got Amarjeet asking for the ball. You've got Danu who's just come in, but I need to see him ask. I need to see him ask for the ball. Danu needs to get on the ball.
As of right now, it's the other way around as Zin Hein takes on Narendra Gehlot once more. Should India qualify? Be a tricky match. Saudi Arabia, of course, the senior team, gained notoriety defeating the event. And looking sure to qualify at the top of the table is Gurkirat onside. If I have asked the question, then of course the assistant referee will give the answer.
But this is the awareness. I understand Gurkirat's not getting enough of the ball, but look over your shoulder. That's the wrong shoulder to look at, or the wrong timing to look at. Sometimes when you have too much space, you are definitely offside. Gurkirat needs to do better. India need a goal. And hopefully we can get that goal. Coming back to Saudi Arabia, the last time we played them was 2007, if I'm not wrong, and we lost 3-0.
Robin seemed to have studied, as you can study this goal also. This used to be your bread and butter.
As a striker, if you stay in the box in the middle of the sticks, you get your goal. The super sub coming on. I'm sure that's something that Michael Fechtenbeiner must have. And the margin of errors which we spoke of. One error, one goal.
You mentioned Saudi Arabia, but there is also a distinct possibility that India could face Iran, who are facing off against Mongolia as we speak, winning 3-0 in that encounter. Both of them, of course, in Group B. From an Indian perspective, both these teams were in the World Cup. Both these teams are Asian powerhouses. Which one would India want to face?
I would say Iran. We've played them once in Bangalore. We did put a very, very strong fight. But this team now this team right now is a lot more improved, if not better. But to be honest, bring it on, bring anybody on. Saudi Arabia, Iran, we are no more there to participate. We are there to compete, and we are there for wins. And this team will fight for that win, whoever the competition is.
Let's make it a bit more daunting. Yes, the highest possibility is that India face Saudi Arabia, given the constructs that we find ourselves in and the situations that all the matches are in. Second being Iran. Now, should India lose and become one of the better placed third place sides, then you end up playing against the winner of Group D. And that doesn't get any easier, because guess who's the winner of Group D? Japan.
One of the powerhouses of Asian football, Japan. But still, I would say, if you're looking at losses, I would say you either win or you learn. And if you want to see the future and ahead to January, if I can say, all of this will lead up to the Asian Cup. That is the main aim for this Indian side. There was a yellow card that was also given to Naemon Nyang for the tackle on Sana. Peter doing very well to hold the ball up. This is what I'd like to see more from a number 9. Hold the ball up, turn your man, and get people like Sunil involved, even if it's a free kick. Is this too far for him? We'll have to see.
What do you think Mahesh Gowli and Igor Stimac are talking about right now?
doing the simple things right. He's saying, get the ball, play to the left, get the ball, play to the right, and just keep moving the ball.
Sunil has taken this free kick quickly, tried to move the ball quickly. Rohit Danu, but well tracked by Zinhain, who's been ever present for Myanmar today. Very impressive showing by the number 11.
Zinhain has been one of the runners or the workhorses for this team, but the work rate from all 11 of these Myanmar players has been commendable. Look at the shape right now as well. 85 minutes, still keeping shape. But the fresh legs of Vinci Barreto, Gurkira, Tanike Jadhav, who's gone a little silent as of now, need to be brought in. Rohit Danu as well. He's come on, I haven't seen him do much. And I'm sure Igor Stimac will want all these fresh legs that I have mentioned to do a little bit better, if not get a goal.
Is he ready to take the throw in? Igor Stimac, of course, a celebrated player back in the day. Has represented Croatia, has managed Croatia as well. Just clear the ball, don't take any risks.
You were speaking of Igor Stimac. He was one of the first few players that was coached into an inverted pyramid, which being you usually see a back line with a back four or a back five. He was probably one of the few first players to be coached with a 3-5-2, and we can see that happening now as well, playing with a back three that turns into a back four or a five if needed.
What a heavy challenge that was. That was Zwe Khat Min at that instance, right in front of Igor Stimac. And the referee needs to get some discipline going. That was dangerous, Robin.
He went in hard, got the ball, but got the man as well. And that is what Igor Stimac is complaining about. And he's saying the same thing, if we can hear from the microphones at the ground. It's his second time. But this is what Igor Stimac is complaining about. He got Vinci Barreto with his trailing leg.
Apologizing to the coach.
The Myanmar player is like, he's like a father to you, and you're like a father to him. Just be careful of your words. That's very well done.
I've liked the way he's officiated the game, the way he's warned the players. He's given them a dressing down whenever required. How he spoke to Rahul KP, giving him the warning Khat Min at that instance. Sunil Chhetri with the ball now. Rohit Danu went back, maintaining possession. Sana Singh, pinpoint towards Narendra Gehlot.
Sana Singh's got a very clear foot on him.
Sunil Chhetri much deeper than he usually is seen, but he's making that darting run as we speak, as Sana just switches play, apologizes to his captain because he couldn't see the pass. Narendra. Gurkirat is now further back.
But that's great mobility or flexibility from the front four or front three.
Sana towards Sunil Chhetri, who flicks it on. Ladies and gentlemen, the Blue Tigers will be in the second round, in the round of 16.
Soft foul awarded according to me. Sunil timed his jump very well. Referee deemed it as unfair. But Zenong will take his time for this goal kick, but that works in India's favour. With a draw, India go through. Myanmar need another goal. And hopefully when the team pushes on as the time passes by, India will get another opportunity and probably end the game with a 2-1 result, if I may say.
There is plenty of time because 6 minutes have been added. 6 more minutes for all those watching this game to bite their nails. Sana with a bit of miscommunication along with Sandesh, and this is not what you want. And then Rabi selling Vinci Barreto short.
Need to do the simple things right. On the edge of our screens, we can see Fektin Baina wanting to make a change or ask for quickness in approach from the Myanmar team. Rightly mentioned, Vinci Barreto playing short. Sandesh Jingan, you'd expect a little more composure, probably play the ball off with a header to Dheeraj, but comes down to communication between the goalkeeper and the centre-backs as well.
Maybe certain doubts creep in your head as you close down the match, especially in a setting like this where it's a 1-1 draw. You know you're this close to qualification, yet you're this close to being out. So there's a conundrum going on in your brain.
The margins are thin. The India team will be wanting to be the team that crosses that line. And hopefully we can.
Is this the last throw of the dice for Myanmar?
But there's work to be done. As India moves forward in this tournament, they need to do better. As you move forward to the next rounds, it doesn't get any easier. It gets harder. Every game becomes knockout. And every game could be the last game for you in this Asian Cup.
And our stats team is also very proactive. The moment we found out that there's a possibility that India faces Saudi Arabia, the head-to-head in terms of the senior team was given to us, provided to us. It doesn't make very good reading. 3 matches played, 3 losses the last time around in 2006 in the Asian Cup. A 7-1 win for Saudi Arabia. Surely it'd be better than that.
It will definitely be better than that. We've gone on occasions in previous tournaments, we've gone up to 400 minutes without conceding on a 10-game clean sheet or a 10-game winning streak as well. The team's grown by leaps and bounds, but you have to play tougher opponents to learn as well. And Saudi Arabia will be a good test for this side, be it under 23 if not senior.
Especially given the money that's been flooded into Saudi football recently, there is an expectation and there is a growth in terms of the sport there. A loose pass by Aniket Jadhav, who's making his first appearance in the Asian Games today.
We've seen him in phases, and I'd love to see a lot more of him. He came on, he was bright, he had the energy, but sort of seems a bit fizzled out.
Yet again, he gave the ball away, still coming to grips with the pace of the match, or because of the fact that he's not had much of a run-in. Foul now.
It's probably the latter. Not much of a run-in, hasn't played in this tournament or with these set of boys, except for training. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt, and if India qualify from here on 4th, me as a fan, I'd love to see him do better.
The last substitution is the captain, Wintain. Comes off, and Myat So-min will probably get 1 kick. Say that he's appeared in the Asian Games.
Let's hope that kick is not towards goal and the scoreline remains the same. We'd love to see the Indian team go through. But Michael Fektin Baina has other plans. He wants his team to go through. He's throwing everything he can at this Indian team. Dheeraj at the moment will want to take his time, slow it down. A result is a result, even if it's not the one you wanted.
Oh, absolutely. It's a job well done, isn't it? As of right now, they knew the equation in front of them. They knew that a draw would mean qualification. A draw would mean history in its own way. And India is heading towards it. It's one last attack to contend with, though. It is in Hine. And it is offside.
Sana does well to win that free kick, puts his head on that ball, referee deeming it as dangerous play or unfair, giving a free kick. And the last opportunity this time for the Indian team to make an attack.
India has ventured into the depths of despair, overcome all the hurdles put in front of them on and off the pitch to make it through after 13 years into the round of 16 at the Asian Games. There is light at the end of the tunnel should you drive towards it. Yes, there was darkness. Yes, there was doubt. But eventually, it was the vigor, it was the spirit of the Blue Tigers that sees them roar through, courtesy a penalty converted by Sunil Chhetri. The end result wasn't a victory, but they did enough. It was a draw against Myanmar, a victory against Bangladesh that ensures that they keep marching on to fight yet another day in Hangzhou. At full time, it's Myanmar 1, India 1.
Come on, come on, come on! Faster, faster! One more left, push, push, go!
बस नीरज रुक जा आज के लिए इतना काफी है
सर जी जब पसीना नहीं रुकता तो मैं क्यों रुकूं
New Limca Sports with real lemons, glucose and electrolytes for faster rehydration.